Well, it looks like Hillary Clinton's getting ready to be roasted. And we'll just look at this general election as one of those Dean Martin celebrity roasts. Do you remember those way back a few decades ago? Oh, I remember one time on one of those roasts, they had Bill Clinton on there. I think it was on some roast. I don't know if it was a Dean Martin one, but Don Imus, the famous radio personality, the one that says, "You have won $10,000." The one that came out with the Jesus song. You know, the one that I could drive 500 miles an hour as long as I got the almighty power on my glued up there by my fair fuzzy dice. That song he's got. He was roasting Bill Clinton. I remember that, and he came out with some jokes. I saw Bill Clinton's head turn like chartreuse. It was about whitewater and all that. Well, Hillary, you're going to be in for the roast of the century, and she can't take it. I can guarantee you right now. Here's her statement, though. It's really funny because this is her statement she just made. Oh, please, if he wants to go back to the playbook of the 1990s, she's talking about Donald Trump now. If Donald, he wants to follow in the footsteps that have tried to knock me down and take me out of the political arena, I'm more than happy to have him do that. Watch her freaking just melt down all the way. This is going to be hilarious. Oh, entertaining to the max. Entertaining to the max. And, it's something whereby I'm looking forward to this election because, unlike the rest of these people that went against the Clintons, boy, including Bernie Sanders never really went against them. Boy, he could have nailed her to the wall over, I don't even want to call it the email scandal. I call it the using the State Department for freaking selling out state secrets for contributions going into the Clinton Tax-Free Foundation for personal gain and political power. That's what she was doing, man. She wasn't just like recklessness with emails or something. And she left the whole back door open for freaking the Chinese and the Russians and the North Koreans to hack into all the Office of Personnel Management records. And if you look back when, she does not care about women at all. This was the Hillary Clinton tapes. Hillary Clinton. And I was one of those rootless folks who wasn't going to make a living on the land, and he was kind of around, ended up in Springdale. Of course, he claimed that he did and all this. In other words, she was talking about the guy she was defending on a rape case. She knew he's guilty. And he took a lie detector test, and I had him take a polygraph test, which he passed. And which forever destroyed my faith in polygraph tests because she knew he's guilty. She defended a known rapist, and she laughs about it. But this is basically the same deal she defends a known rapist in her husband. Aha! And it's not just this, though. But what about Mena, Arkansas? Mena, Arkansas, yeah, that was going on during what? George Bush years? H.W. Bush? With all the drugs coming into Mena, Arkansas? All the dead bodies? The Republicans are involved in it big time. And also before George Bush, freaking Reagan, they're using drug money to freaking finance clandestine operations with the CIA. Because why were they doing that? Because the Congress was saying, we want to know exactly what this money's for, and so they wouldn't appropriate the money. So the CIA goes, well, we're just going to get in the drug business. Well, it's not just the Clintons. I know Bill Clinton's correct in saying, he's not, the Democrats aren't the only ones dirty. But the way these people are, or the Clintons are, it's like they're just taking advantage of the game. It's like, hey, this is the way the game is. We don't care. We don't care about anybody else. We only care about ourselves. So we the people are going to tell you to go screw. And, I'm not putting 110% faith in Trump, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to blindly follow this guy. He's already talked about choosing John Case or Cashel, whatever his name is, Case, as his running mate, which is definitely almost reminds me of Reagan and Bush, where you got the New World Order VP in there kind of controlling who the president is. And if something happens to Trump, guess who's going to be president? Case, right? That's not too cool. But, getting back to the Hilda Beast, I'll call her that. She's amazing, man. She's amazing. That, it's so funny because the stuff she laughs about is the stuff she fears the most. She's laughing at the FBI. Now, this is the Secret Service I'm showing here, but she's laughing at the FBI. And the FBI is like thinking, yeah, go ahead and laugh, lady. But, I hope I think I know the game the FBI is playing with her. Because They know that no matter what the hell charges they bring up on her or whatever recommendations or how much evidence they got, Clinton, Clinton, yeah, Clinton, Obama Clinton, you know what I mean? Obama's not going to do a damn thing about it. The Attorney General's not going to do a damn thing about it. So they might as well just freaking just get more and more and more stuff on her and just get it so like it's so locked on from every which way to Sunday that the evidence is like beyond overwhelming, you know? And then they'll leak it. When they don't do nothing with the evidence, they'll leak it. They'll leak it out. They'll say, screw it. So let her freaking thumb her nose at these people. Now, I showed the Secret Service here for a reason because, you know, all these presidents we got at least treats the Secret Service pretty decent. Even Bill Clinton actually treats the Secret Service pretty damn good. I mean, he doesn't treat the freaking average American too great. I mean, at least on a one-to-one basis, the guy's all right. But Hillary, not on a one-to-one basis at all. She's no Mother Teresa. No way in hell. But Bill Clinton actually would ask the Secret Service, how you doing? How your family doing? You know, how's your kids doing? How's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. He had a genuine interest in people. That was one thing with Bill Clinton. I think Obama treats the Secret Service pretty good, too, probably. I think he does. I don't think he's such a bad guy. I mean, but the Secret Service, when they got to have duty protecting Hillary Clinton, they consider it like a form of punishment. She's like, you know, any of the staffers, even if you were not the Secret Service, you're any of the staffers, you're walking down the hall, you see her, you say, hello, madam, you know, Hillary Clinton, whatever the hell your name is, you know, and she'll like, don't address me, and if you don't say nothing to her, she gets like, how dare you not address me? And you know what? Her damn daughter is the same way, Chelsea. She's a bitch and a half. She was a bitch and a half when she was working for NBC with that $600,000 freaking cush job. You know, nobody could approach her and stuff. Well, you know what? I got to say something to the CIA, FBI, and Secret Service. Now, you know, I really pretty much do put pro-USA stuff on here, but I don't put it like totally pro-USA, where you got corrupt people freaking, you know, getting away with shit. But I realize, you know, the game is not, you know, squeaky clean like vanilla sundae ice cream, you know. But I also realize, though, this. If anybody going along with this bullshit the way Hillary is, she's so screwed up, it's beyond belief. You think you're going to just be following orders, yeah? You know what that means? You're not even thinking of the future. You're not even thinking about your team. What's going on here is you're actually freaking jeopardizing everything you worked for in your career and the people that came before you that worked for 20, 30 years in the Secret Service, CIA, and FBI, because Hillary is going to destroy the United States of America, and you're not going to have any money. And then whoever comes in as the next power is going to put you people on the top of the list as enemies to them because you were working for the USA government. I'll put it to you that way. So you really want to just not even think about the Constitution so much and think about your own damn survival. And, you know, if the bitch is freaking walking, if she ever becomes president and she's walking down the flight of stairs on the plane, just stick your left foot out and trip her. Okay? But anyway, I'll tell you another one that's actually on it. You know, I'm going off on a tangent on this thing, but, you know, another one I think is a little bit worried, a hell of a lot worried, is Huma Abedin. You know, she's talking about, you know, the email scan. You know, I don't even want to call it that. I call it the flat-out, wide-open, freaking drive a truck through a tunnel freaking security breach of the entire State Department and all the government records through her freaking unsecure server that was tapped into every damn thing in the State Department, that left back doors open to everything in the whole damn government. So everybody got, you know, information that, you know, except the American public with the Freedom of Information Act. Everybody that was our enemies got information on all the CIA that's out there and everything, all the FBI, all their Office of Post Personnel Management records out there. Now, Huma, she's worried about this shit. But, you know, I think Huma better worried about her own ass from Hillary. Because if you look at what happened with even the best friends of Hillary or Bill Clinton, they're dead. Look at Ron Brown. Ron Brown was a very good friend of, you know, the former Commerce Secretary that crashed into the mountainside. He was given a, you know, they used a beacon to crash the plane into the mountainside. You know, the plane is supposed to be following a beacon, so it's safe. They used a beacon to freaking crash him in the mountainside. He killed everybody, except for one survivor. She walked to the medevac helicopter, but she died on the way back being medevaced Ron Brown was the main witness in the Whitewater and a lot of testimony on a number of investigations that were going on with Bill Clinton. He was a real good friend of Bill Clinton. But he was like thinking, there's too much crap going on here, and they were using him to, get at Bill Clinton, even though he was a former Bill Clinton campaign manager. So Clinton had him killed. Bye. Yeah, I'll tell you that. That's what happened. What do you think, man? You born yesterday? You look at what happened with, what's his name? Vince Foster, the former Attorney General. That's kind of like a guy that was in the same position as Huma Abedin is today. Vince Foster was basically the real husband of Hillary Clinton. Bill Clinton was the pseudo husband, and you know why Hillary Clinton didn't have a kid by Bill Clinton? She had a kid by Webb Hubbell, which is Chelsea, because she hates that freaking Bill Clinton, man. It's all political strategy. That's all it is, about power and politics. That's all he's there for. She doesn't want to do anything with him. Period. And maybe back in the early days, but no more. That's for sure. So she had Vince Foster. But what happened to Vince Foster? He was killed too. That was no suicide. He had carpet fibers all around on his body when they found him in the park. There was no bullet there. Carpet fibers means he was rolled up in the carpet and moved. The suicide note was a fake. I don't know exactly why they killed him, but I know he was working on what do you call that? The PROMIS software, Prosecutor Management Information System software, with the crazy supercomputers from Systematics Incorporated in Arkansas, and those were like basically top secret methods that they can investigate what goes on in secret bank accounts that people might be getting bribes in the government. But then again, I don't know, what the hell the whole deal is exactly, why he was killed, but he was killed. And the fact that they pushed it as a suicide, it tells me what killers were. It must have been the Clintons or somebody around them. But you look at Huma Abedin. Hey, she's in there just as good as freaking Vince Foster or Ron Brown. She could be next on the list too. She's got plenty to worry about. Now here's Clinton with the Energizer Bunny. I forgot what the hell you call this lady's name, but you call her the Energizer Bunny. She's like a super sex charged freaking person, and maybe she'd be good in the White House as Secretary of Commerce and get the freaking economy rolling or something. But as far as just stuff like this with Bill, this don't even bother me. Tell you the truth, I don't care. If he takes adult woman and not 13-year-old women, like going down the island to the Virgin Islands, I really don't care. Tell you the truth. I know a lot of people got all bent out of shape about the Monica Lewinsky thing, but I really didn't care about that because I know all these presidents do that stuff. JFK did that, but the problem is with with Bill Clinton, he's no JFK in any respect, because Bill Clinton is selling us down the river all the way to the New World Order. John F. Kennedy was fighting those bastards all the way, and of course he paid the price. I don't really give a damn about freaking Bill Clinton screwing around. I know Hillary Clinton gets all mad at that, but let me put it to you this way. I think when Donald Trump gets in the arena here, it's going to be the celebrity roast of the Clintons. Clintons are celebrities now. And, the Energizer Bunny, I don't really give a shit about, to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't think that's a fault of Bill Clinton. I don't give a shit who the hell I was married to or whatever. I'd be hooking up with that Energizer Bunny myself. But, sharing her with the Secret Service, too, at the same time, because I take care of the boys. But I want to say this, that the thing is that Hillary is going to actually have major problems because she's not going to be able to keep her cool. And this is what's making me laugh about this whole damn thing. She's acting like, oh, I don't care, yeah, bring it on, yeah. You know what? She's never really got anything on her own, Hillary. She's got, everything she got was from Bill. Don't let her freaking fool you. Everything she got was from Bill. As a matter of fact, she didn't pass her bar exam. She had to go back to Arkansas, pass it finally over there. She failed it, I think it was in D.C. She got the job as the attorney in the firm because Bill was the attorney general in Arkansas at the time, then the governor. She was all, and then when she's first lady, she became like co-president. And then she ran for the state of New York senator, by getting an apartment in New York. And you know what happened there, right? JFK Jr. died in a plane crash. He's the guy that would have freaking trounced her in the election, but he died in a plane crash. Typical like freaking thing. Now, I got a problem with Hillary because she's basically She's playing the same games as Obama in some ways, but maybe not exactly. But you gotta admit that her actions in Benghazi and her having a Muslim Brotherhood girlfriend in the name of Huma Abedin pretty much does her put her in the camp of Obama. I don't really know what the deal is, why they're bringing in, why the policies are the way the hell they are with ISIS and all that type of stuff, because it looks like ISIS is not something that we're actually fighting. We're fighting it, but at the same time, we're actually helping it along, just like a lot of stuff that's going on. And I guess the whole game is conflict produces change, and what type of change do you want? So let's create a conflict. But when I look at Hillary Clinton, I look at her like she's playing the same policies as Obama, maybe slightly modified. And when we're looking at Obama and what he's done, which whatever he's done has been bad. It's something whereby we're looking at the New World Order and right staring us in the face. Now, I hope Trump is legit, but I can know one thing. Even if he's not legit, he's going to roast the shit out of freaking Hillary Clinton. There's no doubt about it. But I just want to leave you with some happy thoughts because I know Hillary Clinton is always talking about let's not be negative. I don't want to take the campaign there. She's saying that shit, but she's so full of it. Well, let's think of kittens. Let's think about all the kittens that freaking Bill Clinton had, like the Energizer button, the kittens, pussy, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And you could bring it out in jokes. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I was Donald Trump, I probably would have Imus in the morning, Don Imus, as one of my spokesmen. And I'd put some other comedians out there, too. Because I wouldn't want this to be something where we're being mean-spirited. We want to have a lot of fun. This is going to be roast to Hillary Clinton freaking time from now to November. And if she wins, we're going to keep roasting her till she freaking croaks. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I just want people to think of kittens and happy thoughts while we're roasting Hillary Clinton and the Clintons in general. And, while we're at that, we can go roast Jeb Bushes and H.W. and George Bush and all those other clowns because I'm not, like, a fan of, like, I guess I do vote Republican, but a lot of times I vote Libertarian, too. But, I'm so sick of all these corrupt bastards, and I guess that's why Trump is getting in there, even though maybe he's not flawless. And let's just hope he's legit, because I can tell you one thing. I put out a video a long time ago about I know these kind of people that can lie their ass off really good and put on a big act. I hope Trump is legit, but maybe he is. He probably is, maybe because of he had 5 years in the military academy in New York City. I think that did instill a lot of patriotism in him. But this is going to be a fun election. This is going to be the most fun election we ever had. This is going to be one election because, unlike even Bernie Sanders, he didn't go after Hillary much. He started getting pissed off at her after a while because he was lying so much. But he could have really slammed her to the freaking wall. But I think that's what's going to happen with Trump. Trump is not even going to have to try. I think you ought to just hire some comedians and go after it. It'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, just think happy thoughts and chill out like the two cats over here, Goldie and Rocky, in the bed going, because that's the way this election's going to go. Hilda Beast, it's like, she's going to be just a memory. She's just going to be a little feces in the cat litter, covered up and got forgotten and taken out with the scooper. That's all she is. And she's been riding on Bill Clinton's coattails for a long time. So I look at it like this. This is one time she's actually in the arena by herself. And the more Bill Clinton even tries to do for her, the more he's actually screwing it up for her. So you can't say too much about it. You know what I mean? So anyway, have a good time. Think happy thoughts. And think about all the fun stuff that's going to happen when Hillary's going to say, oh, please, if Donald wants to go back to the playbook of the 1990s, if he wants to follow in the footsteps of those who tried to knock me down, nobody's really tried to take you down, lady. God, if I was a major media voice, I would have this lady would have been done a long time ago. I mean, I knew all about these people before the 1992. But then again, I don't play like, who's those yo-yos? Rush Limbaugh and that, what the hell's that other shithead? Glenn Beck, some other jerk. O'Reilly, was it O'Reilly's another one? I don't play those games because, they lean like really heavy Republican. I can tell you one thing: those Republicans are a pile of bullshit too. They're all screwed up. And I look at it like this: the CIA needs money. Skip the drugs. Work with the prostitution better. I bet you that Energizer money, Bunny, if you had a whole bunch of those and you cloned her, you could probably make a lot of money and fund all the clandestine operations you need, and it wouldn't really be hurting nobody with drugs, right? That's the way I look at it. So anyway, over and out. That's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. And think happy thoughts and think of cats. Meow, meow, meow.